ଗୋଟେ ମିନିଟ୍ ଗୋଟେ କହିବି ଏଇ ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ it reminds me କେତେଜଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ ଏଠି ମନେଇଲା କେତେଜଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ବି ମୋର ପିଲାବେଳ କଥା ମନେ ପଡ଼ିଲା। ପ୍ରାଣବନ୍ଧୁଙ୍କର ତାଙ୍କ ଯେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ତାଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ଭଲ କିଏ ଜାଣିଥିଲି, ସିଏ ବି ମୋ ସାନ୍ଦାଦାଙ୍କର ସାଙ୍ଗ। ତାଙ୍କ ପୁଅ ଏଇଠି ଅଛି ଗୀତିମୟଙ୍କର ଫ୍ଲୋରିଡ଼ାରେ ଅଛି। ଆଉ ଖୋକନ ମୋହନ ଜୱାରଦାର ଯିଏକି ମୋ ବାପା ଆଉ ଖୋକନ ବାବୁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଚେସ୍ ଖେଳନ୍ତି, ସେ ବଢ଼ିଆ ଚେସ୍ ପ୍ଲେୟାର। ଆଉ ମୋ ବାପା ଆଉ ସେମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଚେସ୍ ଆସୋସିଏସନ୍ ପ୍ରଥମେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ। ସେମାନେ ହିଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ ଚେସ୍, ଆଗରୁ ଚେସ୍ ଆସୋସିଏସନ୍ ନଥିଲା। ତେଣୁ ମୋର ଅଛି, ମୋର ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଏ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କି କଟକରେ ଆଗେ ଥିଲେ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ମୁଁ କଲେ, ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯିଏ ମୋତେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଡାକିବେ, ସେ କହିବେ ସାନୁ ତୁ ଆସେ ତୋର ମୋର ଚେସ୍ ଖେଳିବା ବୋଲି ଡାକିବେ। ମୁଁ ତ ଏତେ ଭଲ ଚେସ୍ ପ୍ଲେୟାର ନଥିଲି, କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଶିଖିକି ବହୁତ ଶିଖିଥିଲି। ସେ ସବୁବେଳେ ମୋ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ଚେସ୍ ଖେଳିବାକୁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପାଆନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ଆମ ବିଷୟରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ସେଥିରେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି ମୋ ସାନ ଭଉଣୀ କହିଲା। ସେ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ଆମ କଥା ପଚାରୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଆମେ କେଉଁଠି ଅଛୁ କେମିତି ଅଛୁ ବୋଲି। ଖୋକନ ବାବୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିକି ହଠାତ୍ କି ମୋର ସେଟା ମନେ ପଡ଼ିଲା। ହଉ, ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ, ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ।
आशा करे आपण मन को जो वीडियो देखिली भल लगी एथर मु त्रिलोकी बाबू को अनुरोध करी से किसी कह त्रिलोकी बाबू।
Please forgive me, I'm not going to speak in your language. I will speak in a language I speak usually. I just want to remind you how lucky you are that you are bearer of such a great tradition. I did not have the privilege to know these people or to read what they have written. The two things I have. The great thing is that what really separates us from every other culture is this spiritual aspect. Whether it is a writer like Bama, Charan, Mitra, or all the names you have heard in the video, they all have this spiritual element which is really the uniqueness of our culture and tradition. I just want to remind you that we all live in a world created by science. We know that this universe has been here for some 14.6 to 14.8 million years. Sun has been here for some 4.8 billion years. Earth has been around for some 4.4 billion years. The land base of California has been here for some 273 million years. Many of the mountains you see here are anywhere from 80 to 280 million year old. And we human beings, in whatever form or shape we are, we have not been here for even 250,000 years. But because we are the last of the creations, every form of life you see here was created before us. And we unfortunately, because of our arrogance, have destroyed every form of life. And if we have the kind of things we have created, if we empower them, then we have the capacity to destroy everything we have some 20 times. One is enough, but some 20 times. So this has given us a kind of arrogance that we really do not realize, as our Vedas and Upanishads have, that everything is in us and we are in everything. So the most important lesson which our Hindu tradition has taught us is interconnectedness of things and beings. Nobody brings it as beautifully as these writers you have read, or you have heard, or you have seen, or you have the privilege to be in their family have. And this is really, the sooner we appreciate it, the sooner we realize it, the better off we are going to be. The other thing I really want to say is, that we live in a world surrounded by all kinds of things. We are all working very hard to get whatever we can. But Ram Babu and I, he gave me a ride, we were discussing that on our way. Happiness is not in the things we have really accumulated. Happiness is in being with one another, in trying to see beauty and appreciate the greatness of each one of us. And that's why all of you are here. And all of you, I can see a kind of glow on your face that you are very different from what you usually are because of that interconnectedness. As I said earlier, the people who bring that are really the writers. So they are the purveyors of our inner landscape. And we make every effort to accumulate things which are outside, which are external. But we pay very little attention to know what is internal, what is inside us. If we can really spend even a little bit of our time just to understand who we are, I think we will be happier than perhaps we are. The most fundamental question which one asks as a human being is, who am I? Main kaun hu? A friend of mine, we grew up together in 1940s and 1950s. There are not that many people, Dev Babu, if he is still here, who can claim that we were here that long ago. So this poet friend of mine is asking this question, kaun hu main? And he is giving these responses which are wonderful. Kaun hu main is dhara par? Samay hu, संघर्ष हूं मैं, अग्निपथ के ताप में प्रज्वलित एक आदर्श हूं मैं. Each one of us is a beacon of light to the people who have given the privilege to be with us. आदि और अंत के स्वप्नों में व्यक्त हूं मैं, चेतना के मार्ग पर सत्य बन अभिव्यक्त हूं मैं. कौन हूं मैं? काल जो भी मोड़ दे जो उस गति का पंख हूं मैं, सागरों की गर्जना में घोषणा का शंख हूं मैं. And I'm really glad that Kuku started this function with शंख ध्वनि. कौन हूं मैं? घाटियों के गर्भ में प्रफुटित और सशक्त हूं मैं, पर्वतों के हिम शिखर पर आदि और समर्थ हूं मैं. कौन हूं मैं? क्षितिज हूं मैं, जल हूं मैं, पावक गगन समीर हूं मैं, पंच तत्वों से बना एक मानवीय शरीर हूं मैं. ब्रह्म का परवंश हूं मैं, ईश्वरीय अंश हूं मैं. It is just our tradition which really tells us that we are really part of Paramatma. We have Atma, but our Atma is really integrally related to Paramatma, connected to Paramatma. ईश्वरीय अंश हूँ मैं, कौन हूँ मैं इस धरा पर, ओम में होकर समाहित, मौन हूँ मैं इस धरा पर, कौन हूँ मैं इस धरा पर, कौन हूँ मैं इस धरा पर. So if we can just give a fraction of the time we spend on other things and just see how short a time we have here in comparison to other forms of life that surround us, we should try to know a little bit more about others, and in knowing the others, we may be able to know something about ourselves. Thank you very much.
अन्य देश को तुलना कले भारत केबे बोध इतिहास स्पृहा नथिला. आमर पुरातन इतिहास कवि मानक द्वारा लिखित एवं सेति हेतु आमर इतिहास प्रकृत और घटना केन्द्रिक कम थिला। कवि मानकर कल्पना जाल रे लुचि जाउतला। लेखक बामाचरण यही ऐतिहासिक उपन्यास रे चंद्र और चंपा रे सूचना यही वास्तवता को उन्मोचन कले। तेणु मु देवेंद्र दास शर्मा को अनुरोध करी जे से आमको लेखकों यही सूचना को आम गोचर को आणवे। से देवेंद्र दास शर्मा।